All right, guys, we are going to get started. We're joined by our Racing Louisville team to discuss tomorrow's Challenge Cup Final. Before I get started, just some housekeeping. If you have a question on Zoom, please use the raise your hand function. If for whatever reason your raise the hand function is not working, just send me a chat and I will ask the question for you. We may have a couple questions in the room as well, so if for any reason you can't hear, I can always repeat the question as well. We are joined by defender Abby Erceg, midfielder Savannah DeMelo, and Racing Louisville head coach Kim Björkegren. With that, Kim, I'm just going to turn it over to you to just talk about kind of how the team's feeling heading into tomorrow's match.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of the group. They have worked so hard to be here. For us as a club, it's the first time to be in a final, and of course, when you're that close, you want to take the last step and win a trophy. We think that we can do better than we did in the semifinal, but in the end of the day, the most important thing was for us to win the game, and they worked so hard for it. So again, really proud of the group and happy to be here.
Great. Lynn, do you have a question?
I can. Just wanted to ask, obviously the future of the Challenge Cup is up in the air at this point, but I wanted to ask, how have you enjoyed this competition throughout the years?
I don't know. You go first. I need to give it close together.
So just like how the tournament's been so far?
Yeah.
I think it's been really fun. Obviously it's a lot of games, but I think it's just keeping us sharp, and it's just really fun to be competing for a trophy for our city. Yeah, so it's been awesome so far.
It's fun. Like, everybody loves to play in a tournament. So the fact that we get to do that is really cool. I think there's still a lot of issues just around the scheduling. I think especially last year, the players that were in the final just completely capitulated, heading into the season. And it was tough for those two teams, Washington and North Carolina. And then again, this is coming at a time when the table is so close that you're dealing with fatigue, and every team needs the points to head into the playoffs. So it's tough. Like, we love the competition, we love the tournament, we love playing for cash and for trophies, and that's what being a pro is about. But at the same time, you're balancing the fatigue and the scheduling issues. So it's fun, but it's tough sometimes too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the same page. It's always fun to play games. That's, the most fun part of football, in my opinion. But sometimes it can be difficult to handle with, because there's so many games, and they also need to rest, especially a year like this when we had the World Cup. And but again, we are just happy to be here now. We need to do the best.
We will go to a Zoom question. Looks like WDRB Sports is on.
Yeah, hey guys, it's Tyler. Good to see you. Abby, you've been in this position before, won the cup before. You've had some strong messages for the team recently to kind of get them motivated and get them on track. What do you tell them ahead of a cup final tomorrow?
Well, I can't share that with you. That's a secret locker room speech that I have. No, I at this point, we've done everything. Everything's been done. And you just go out and you play the best football that you can. I mean, it's no secret about lineups and tactics, and there's very, very small adjustments between the semifinal and the final because of the time change between the games. So it's not really about motivation. In a final, you don't have to motivate players. Like I said, pro athletes want to play in finals, and they're motivated enough. It's just about doing a job and just performing and enjoying it. These moments are so rare in your career that I think if you just get so worked up about it and worry about, I need to do this and I need to do that instead of enjoying that moment, it can be a bit overwhelming. So I think the message mostly is just enjoy the moment and, relish it as much as you can.
We'll take another one from Zoom from Becky Morgan.
Hey guys, it's Becky Morgan from Equalizer. So Racing went into this season having never beaten 3 teams, and then over the course of the week, you have beaten 2 of those teams, Portland Thorns and OL Reign. Now you're only 8 days facing that third team, the North Carolina Courage. Have you thought at all about how historical it would be to knock off these 3 teams in one fell swoop? Or are you just taking this as business as usual?
For me, I haven't really even thought about that. My main priority and like thought is just winning the tournament and for the team and for the city. That's kind of where my head's at. But that would also be awesome to do that. But
I agree.
Anyone else on Zoom? If you have a question, just use the raise your hand function.
Yeah, hey Kim, it's Tyler again. Jalen's obviously been dealing with injuries. Is there any update on her status ahead of tomorrow, or even Jordan Baggett, who's missed the past couple?
No, Jordan and Carson will be out for sure. We're gonna try with Howell, but we will see.
Yeah, I had one follow-up actually for Abby. You had a long history with the Courage. You've gotten to face them once, but to be back there and playing on this stage again after winning last year, is this any emotions running for you for this one?
I just had some of the girls ask me that actually. And I was just telling them how comfortable it is for me to be here. I think playing for so long, it's so familiar. I know everything about the ground and how it runs and the way that it moves. So it's familiar for me. I obviously playing your old team. We've played them twice already this season, so I think any feelings about that have kind of dissipated, and I can just focus on my game with racing. So that's where my focus is at.
Becky, I don't know if you have another or if your hand's just not lowered, but if you have another, go for it.
Sorry about that. Abby, I am curious specifically about the fact that you are going to be trying to steal a trophy from a team that you helped win it last year. Any thoughts on that specifically?
Other than I would love to, no, not really. Obviously you just want to win again, no matter who you're playing against. I'd love to have that for racing. They've just done so well. Like you said, we've had a really tough schedule coming in. So it'd just be a really nice reward, and obviously it'd be nice for me to get that from them as well.
We'll go to Jeff Kassouf.
Hey, thanks for taking the time, everybody. Kim, I'm just wondering, and hopefully I'm not repeating here, but just like from a scheduling front, a management front, obviously chasing, a playoff place and a final here. And there is this week built in, but I'm just wondering how you've kind of approached that juggle, especially in this sort of home stretch of the regular season, as this sort of all comes at once.
I think you need to be here and now and focus on the next game. Try to do everything we can to win the final right now. We can't be worried about what happened in 1 week in the Houston game. Then we're going to miss this opportunity. So right now is just to push everything we can as the staff, the players, and do everything we can to win the next game here in the final.
Tyler, did you have another one?
Yeah, just one more. This one's for Savannah. You guys have had 2 back-to-back matches where you really had to grind out wins, and those have felt like games that didn't go Racing's way in the past. Some of your teammates have talked about belief playing a big role in that. What have you noticed is the biggest difference to pull some of those results out?
yeah, I think we're a team now that knows how to win games. I think in the past we've kind of grinded out the games, but we've always kind of let up a goal, which has obviously led us not to win. But I think in the past or in these last couple games, we've really found ways to win, which is huge. And it just shows how much we've grown as a team.
One final call for questions before we wrap it up. Perfect. Well, thanks guys for joining us. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That's quick.